Hello, my name is Tori Smith, and I wanted to take a few minutes to share my story with you. This all started for me on March 9th of 2012 when I had a triple rollover car accident going into work one morning. Since then, in the last 13 years, I've had 10 surgeries. All of them have been just another link in the chain to my inflammation issues. None of them really resolved any of the problems that I had. The last surgery that I had was June 7th of 2022, and that resulted in pulmonary embolisms 10 days later. I just realized that it was yesterday, marked the 1-year mark for me being admitted into the hospital with blood clots covering my lungs. That was a real eye-opener for me and a wake-up call. It's probably the closest, other than my car accident, that I looked death right in the eye. I wasn't going to accept that. All the doctors wanted to do was just give me medicine and tell me to go home and try to heal. My hypertension was off the charts. I continued to have ambulance ride after ambulance ride with blood pressure spiking at 180/120. They told me I was at risk of stroke, heart attack, or death. No one could give me any answers. They just, again, wanted to continue to put me on more medication. I couldn't sleep. I stayed up all night doing research and got to the point where I knew I had thoracic outlet syndrome, but I couldn't prove it. I couldn't get a doctor that knew anything about what was going on with me. I reached out to Dr. Stockson. I found him because of his book and because of his podcast and his blogs that he does, and he accepted my case. I found myself buying a train ticket from Maryland to Chicago. I called my cousin who lives in Kansas City, and I said, "Can you please pick me up at the train?" And she's like, "Absolutely." She didn't even blink. She was there for me. She picked me up, and by the time I got to Dr. Stockson's office at 6 p.m. that night, I was going to be spending a week with him. He was obviously blown away at my condition. My body started filling up with water when I got there, and I knew I was dying. Dr. Stockson worked on me for 6 hours that night, from 6 p.m. till about midnight, and then he continued to work on me for the rest of the week. I believe it was 76 hours in 6 days. He used the Vibasage on me. He used his lymphatic drainage techniques. He had to get the inflammation off of my chest, which was what was causing the pulmonary embolisms. At that point in time, I couldn't feel my hands, couldn't feel my feet, pretty much below my knees. And again, my blood pressure was so high, I was at risk of death. I bought the Vibasage machine, the large one, the tower, and had it shipped to my house so that it could be here before I got back from Chicago. And I brought the travel one with me. I've since then bought the Vibasage for my daughter and a couple of my friends who I felt really needed this machine to help them with their inflammation issues. Can't believe it's been a year since all of this has started. The Vibasage is something that I use at least twice a week, sometimes even more. I'm very active. I've been in construction for 30 years. And, I want to still live. I want to still work. I want to still play, work hard, play hard. And when I'm sore, I hit the machine. It helps me through the worst of the worst. It gets me back on track. I also ended up finding out that I had toxic levels of mercury, lead, arsenic, cadmium, gadolinium, and they also were contributing to my inflammation issues, as well as several different types of toxic molds that were attacking my brain. I truly believe to this day that if I didn't get on that train and then go to Chicago when I did last year in August, it hasn't been but 9 months ago, that I would be dead today. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you on this video. It changed my life, and it got me into a path of health. I take one prescription medicine today, and the rest are just vitamins and supplements that I take. And I've probably lost about 25 pounds since then as well. I'm continue to be on the path to health and recovery. I continue to detox the heavy metals and the molds out of my system, and I continue to use my Vibasage. All of these things have been a recipe to success and a path for health and living, not dying. My body was shutting down. My body was systematically shutting down. It was getting ready for death, and now it's getting ready for life. Thank you, Dr. Stockson, for helping me turn the path to life.